Leipzig 3, Manchester United 2. United out of the Champions League now, going into the Europa League. Here we come, Arsenal. Here we come. We deserve to be bantered for this now. Again tonight. Tactically, all over the place. All over the place. A lot of that is down to Ollie and the coaching. I think more of it is down to the coaching and Ollie rather than the players that he puts on the pitch. But again, Wan-Bissaka getting sucked into the centre-back position right next to Lindelof at fault for the first goal. I've got a lot of notes tonight, so get comfortable because this might be the longest one yet. Unmarked back post for the first goal. It should be Wan-Bissaka's man, and he's nowhere near him because he's right next to Lindelof in a centre-back position. And it's not the first time he's done it. He does it a lot. And I think that's tactical. I don't think he's doing it naturally, just drifting in there, because I didn't see him really do that for Palace. So tactically, I think that's where it's going wrong. A lot of people saying Telles it should have been his man for the I'm just looking at my notes. The second goal, it should have been Telles that's marking him. But I don't think Telles actually played left wing back. He played on a left wing. I didn't actually see him as a left wing back or a left back tonight at all. I saw him on the wing, and Shaw was playing the left back role. So I don't actually think we went with 5 at the back, even though that's what everyone was saying we were going to do. Telles played on the left wing for me. So when they scored that second goal, Telles is kind of in a centre-back position, but I have to see it back. But where he was playing for the game, that was probably Luke Shaw's man or Maguire's. And I'd have to see it back, but I don't think that's Telles' fault because he didn't appear to be playing left wing back for me. He was on the left wing. So the fact that he was even in the box for the second goal, I don't think that's a good thing in itself, even though they've scored. So I don't think it's Telles' fault. The second goal, I think it's someone else's. McTominay running around like a headless chicken, can't pass the ball. I just don't understand what he offers to the team apart from energy. But when that energy isn't going to the best or the betterment of the team overall, I don't understand why he's starting. Ollie never subs him either. And I just don't think he's at this level. I said it before the game as well. And again, nothing from him. I saw him go on one good run and then he got fouled. That was the best I saw from him. Just don't understand it. So, yeah. McTominay is baffling to me. Aaron Wan-Bissaka again got bollocked by Luke Shaw because he did a little flick and they nearly conceded from it. Luke Shaw actually cleared it and took care of that instance in the game. But needless flicks from Aaron Wan-Bissaka when we're already 2-0 down. What are you doing? Clear the ball. Even if you clear it and smack it out of play, don't flick it to their player because then they've got another chance to score. We're already 2-0 down. What are you doing? So that one was on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I said a lot was tactically Ollie and the coaching's fault, but that one is on Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Rashford did it early on in the game, doing flicks. I think it was 2-0 down at that point. What are you doing flicks for? Get hold of the ball, take a touch, get control, and play a ball that's a pass to someone on your team. Instead of, because it went out for a throw-in to Leipzig. So that sort of stuff needs to be cut out. It's not good enough. It shows immaturity on the player's part, and we don't need that, especially when you're already 1 or 2-0 down. It's ridiculous. Another thing tactically with Ollie, we're 2-0 down. Why are you not making a sub? And if you're not going to make a sub at that point, when we're already 2-0 down, I don't know why you're not going to make a sub, but you didn't. If you're not going to make a sub, at least change the formation to a more positive formation. Yes, it's going to be more risky, but you're already 2-0 down. And it's a defining game. It's a final, if you like, for a game in terms of if you go through or not to the next round. So what have you got to lose? You're already losing. Take some risks. If you're not going to make a sub, change your formation. And he didn't. He didn't. It's as simple as that. We couldn't keep the ball. We were better in the second half, but for most of the first half, we couldn't get the ball at all. And when we did, we couldn't keep hold of it for more than a couple passes. Shocking. Pub league standard. It was really bad. I thought, why bring Williams on? He subs... He come on for Luke Shaw. Telles got subbed. and then he takes off Luke Shaw as well. So both your left backs are off the pitch. You bring on a right back because he's right. He's one-footed. He's right-footed. We've seen that he can't play left back. He should be playing right back if anything. But he puts him on. Both of our left backs are off the pitch now, and you've got a right-footed left back who can't. He doesn't use his left foot at all. Like, that's not Brandon's fault, but he's been put in that situation. So again, that comes down to the coaching, the tactics. Why are you bringing him on? We've got no natural left-footed players on the left now. Even Rashford cuts in because he's right-footed. So it just doesn't make sense. Especially when he's proven he can't play left-back. If he's he's right-footed, play him at right-back if he's going to come on. It's not like Wan-Bissaka had an amazing game. Like, he could have been substituted. So I didn't understand that one. Why take both your left-backs off? I thought Luke Shaw did well. He hasn't played for, I don't know, it's been a while. He hasn't played for, 2 months or something? He's not played. It might not be 2 months, but for a while he's been out, and I thought he was one of our best players in the game, and that says a lot. When someone's out injured for so long and comes on and is one of your best players, absolutely ridiculous. But fair play to Luke. I thought he was good, and I don't think he should have been subbed off. If it was for fitness and stamina reasons, I get it, because he hasn't had match time. But if it's something else, Ollie's got it wrong again, and the coaches have got it wrong. Why did Harry Maguire leave the cross for the third goal? It goes across him, and he's got a chance to clear it, and he watches it, and it's not the first time he's done it, like Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well, with his coming in for the centre-back roles. Why is Maguire left it for them to just have a man on the back post to score? Again, why? That's our captain, by the way. Leader. Apple of the English media's eye. For what? He's not showing anything for it. Absolutely shocking. Let's get into the player ratings anyway. But let's get ready to get back into the Europa League as well. David De Gea, average for me, 5 out of 10. Don't think he had too much to do. You could argue you could maybe make a little bit more difficult for the third goal after Maguire misses it, but Maguire's put him in a situation, and I don't think David can do a lot more there. I thought he had an average game. He didn't have a lot to do in terms of shots. He couldn't have done anything about any of the goals, really, in my opinion. So average 5 out of 10. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, dreadful tonight. Poor. 2 out of 10. Doing needless flicks in dangerous areas when you're already 2-0 down, and he's getting sucked in. Dreadful. 2 out of 10. Lindelof, 4 out of 10. Could have gone lower with Lindelof, but I don't think he was as bad as Maguire again. He wasn't great by any means, but I think just below average for Lindelof for me. Maguire, 3 out of 10. No leadership again. And as I said, he scores our second goal, but he knows nothing of it. Pogba comes on and makes a header, and it hits Maguire. He doesn't even know where the ball is, and it goes in. So a lucky goal for Maguire. He knows nothing about it. 3 out of 10 for Maguire. Luke Shaw, as I said, I thought he did well, considering he's been out for so long. Just above average for me, 6 out of 10. Tellez, I thought he was okay. I don't think he was at fault for the second goal, because for me, he wasn't playing as a back five. He was a left winger tonight. So 4 out of 10 for me, just below average. Matic, 4 out of 10. I was disappointed with him again tonight. He didn't really stand out to me. I know he's capable of a lot more. Just below average, 4 out of 10. McTominay, as I said, I don't understand why he's in the team. I mean, his energy's good, and he made a few good passes, but not enough for me. Nothing that changes a game. And running around like a headless chicken don't do it for me. So call me old-fashioned, but 3 out of 10. Greenwood, 4 out of 10, had a couple chances to score and probably should have done better. Looked very disappointed at the end. He's still a young player, and I think he's going to bring us a lot more in the future. But tonight, struggled to get involved, and a few chances he did have, he probably could have done better with. So 4 out of 10. Bruno Fernandes didn't have a great game tonight. Hit the crossbar with a good free kick. His effort was there again. The determination was there, but he was frustrated, and you could see it. 7 out of 10 for me. Maybe you could argue it should be a 6, but 7 out of 10. I think that he was one of the few that was actually looking to change the game. Rashford, 4 out of 10. Just frustrating again tonight for me, running into people again, and it's not the worst game I've seen him have, but as a big player in these sort of big games, you need him to show up, and I don't think he did. 4 out of 10. Donny van der Beek come on as a sub. Let's get into the subs. So Donny, 5 out of 10 average for me. I don't think he changed the game necessarily. For the first few minutes he come on, there was a pass where we made about 4 or 5 quick passes it was a good bit of play. But other than that, he didn't make an impact. But I don't think he did anything too wrong either. So average 5 out of 10. Pogba, look, he shouldn't have been on the bench, let alone coming on. Like, he shouldn't have been anywhere near the team. But to be fair to him, I thought he'd come on and he did all right. Didn't really lose the ball at all. He looked strong. He's the reason we scored the second goal, to be honest. Like, if he doesn't win that header and it hits Maguire, like, do you know what I mean? I think that comes from Pogba. So even though he shouldn't have been near the team, in terms of a performance, looking out, taking everything out away from that, what's going on with him, I thought he was one of the better players, to be honest. So 6 out of 10, just above average, but I don't think he should have been anywhere near the team. So Brandon Williams, 5 out of 10 average for me. Thought he'd come on, he was trying, he looked to try and go forward. He's a bit rash at times in terms of tackling and that. You think he's going to get a booking and that. I think he might have, but I don't think he was bad when he come on. But putting him at left back, it's a lamb to the slaughter. So, but I thought he did all right. 5 out of 10. Twanzebe, 5 out of 10 as well. Nothing special from him. Come on, did a job. Nothing great, didn't stand out. Fosu Mensah, the same, 5 out of 10 for me, average. They weren't really in the game too much, to be honest. The damage was done by this point, so they didn't come on and really stand out at all. They did a job, but it's too late at that point. 5 out of 10. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 1 out of 10. If I could give you 0, I would, but the rating system I use, there's not a 0, so 1 is the lowest you can go. He gets a 1 for me tonight. Just tactically, like I said, if you're not going to make substitutions when you're already 2-0 down, you've got, as well, let's remember, we've got 5 substitutions we can make. It's not like we've got 3 and we've got to spread it out and be more cautious with it. We've got 5 opportunities to make substitutions, and he doesn't in the first half. Why? 2-0 down. And they could have arguably had more than 2 in the first half as well before half-time. And he don't make the subs. So if you're not going to make them subs, why can't you change the formation? Because he didn't do that either. So, and that goes to the coaching as well. It's not just Ollie, it's the coaches with Carrick and all them lot as well. Shocking. Amateurs. Like, I've seen better from Sunday League sides. I'm not even joking. Terrible. And it's getting close now to me for... He's not going to win us titles. None of that coaching staff are either. So we might be good enough for a top 5 team, but we're Manchester United. The history we've got, are we satisfied with this now? Because I don't think Ollie and the coaching staff are the right team to get us to a title, even Europa title or Carabao Cup. I just don't see it. And yes, we love him as a legend. Yes, he's had good games for us, but they're hit and miss. And when you've got nights like this with big time decisions and big games, and you're not even seeing what the fans are seeing in the majority of when you should make substitutions or change a formation, you're not seeing that as a professional. That's worrying, because we're seeing it as so-called armchair experts and what we get labelled as. But if the majority of us can see it, and you've played at a high level as well, we haven't played at a high level, and you can't see it, but we can, then there's problems. So, dreadful tonight. Europa League, here we come. We deserve the banter we're going to get. And we got Man City next. I mean, I've put a draw for Man City. We're probably going to win, because that's what happens when there's risk of him getting sacked, because there'd be talk that he should be sacked now. We'll probably beat City because of that. But do you know what I mean? We're out of the Champions League now, which we should have been through. Europa League, here we come. Man City the weekend. I'll be back for a Man City game. But my man of the match tonight would be Bruno, and he wasn't great. I probably would have given it to Luke Shaw after that, but terrible. And it's going to be interesting for the City game. But I'll be back then, guys. I'll see you then.